Welcome to Popternative, where we dive into topical discussions from the worlds of pop culture, social media, and sports. Here is your host, Peter Remoliotis, aka PD Beats.
PD Beats here from Popternative, speaking to Inti Zamora Sobrado about season 2 of Young Royals, streaming worldwide now on Netflix. Welcome to the show, man. Thank you so much for being here.
Yeah, thank you for inviting me.
I mean,
Nice to be.
it's pretty crazy. I mean, season 1 drops, everyone's waiting, and they finally get a season 2. Everyone's excited, you know what I mean? So what's it like, like for you being on this show that had such a big season 1 and now it's back for season 2? Like, what was that like returning?
I feel blessed. Like this was my first acting job ever. So like we wasn't prepared for the to be so big.
Yeah.
And I'm super happy about it.
Yeah, so Ayub was your first screen role and everything. What did you know about the character early on? Like, just that he was a friend of Simon. Like, not much. Like, he didn't go to the school. Like, is that basically what you knew about it?
Yeah, first of all, I got a little bit of the script, and I was casting for a role called Liam. That's
Okay.
not even in the story anymore. So I was going to the casting, and then the caster was like, can you be more like Ayub and try to be supportive to him and all that. And then I tried it. 2 weeks after that, they called me and they wanted me to come back for a recast, and they were like, we wanted to cast for Ayub. And I was like, okay. So I was there, and there I met Omar and Berry.
Yeah.
That plays Simon and Roche. And yeah, the only thing that I knew was I can relate to Ayub.
Yeah.
And that's a friend that I want, to be supportive.
I was about to say, he's like a great friend. He's a great guy.
Yeah. I think everybody.
Simon is like, let's be honest, Simon is so lucky to have Ayub. Like, there's so much stuff that.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I think so too.
I can't even imagine the learning experiences for you though, Inti, like in season 1, like just kind of seeing everything, seeing all doing all the scenes. I mean, like, what can you tell me? Like, what were the biggest things do you think you learned from being on Young Royals as an actor specifically?
Many things.
Yeah, a lot.
But, yeah, a lot. Like the main thing that I remember that I was I work with music, and you get so fast response when you work in the studio. Okay, do this line. No, do it like this, or could we do like this? And the response goes fast, and the feedback with the producer or the artist or whatever. So, and it's not the same.
No, it's not.
If you make one shot and they say nothing, let's go to the next shot, then that's good.
Yeah, absolutely. No, absolutely.
So yeah, and I have to I learned also that the people that works there also know their stuff, and if you have questions, you can always question them, because it was a new thing for me to do.
Yeah.
For me, it was pretty natural to get in touch with my feelings. I always been like that. So for me to work with that, yeah, of course, it was a new form to express yourself in the art of just making art.
Absolutely. So yeah, you're from Sweden. Like, you live in Sweden now.
I'm born in Sweden, but my parents from Chile.
Yeah, but you're born in Sweden. There's a lot of great artists and a lot of music from Sweden. I listen to a lot of bands from Sweden. I listen to a lot of metal from Sweden. In Flames from Gothenburg is one of my favorite bands. Do you listen to some metal here and there?
I'm gonna be honest. No, I don't like.
Okay, can you talk to the producers of Young Royals and see if we can get Ayub or someone to listen to some metal in season 3, if there is a season?
I don't know if it's gonna be season 3. I don't know.
But I want to see. No, it's interesting. There's a lot of great music. There's a band like the Gothenburg area has a lot of Gothenburg death metal. There's like a lot of bands for some reason like that were from specifically Gothenburg. So it's like
Yeah,
bands like In Flames, another band called Dark Tranquility, and I find it pretty cool because if you think about it, and I think this is the coolest thing too. Getting back to Young Royals, Inti, is like population wise, Sweden's not a very big country. Like
no,
it's pretty small, right? So
yeah,
is it cool to be on a show that is so big worldwide? Like people love it from all around the world. It's pretty crazy.
yeah. It's really crazy. Yeah, it is. But I live in Stockholm, so I see people everywhere. But I can imagine like the big cities in Canada or even the small ones have more people than Stockholm. But like I don't know. But yeah, it's pretty cool. It's super cool.
Did you plan like it kind of just happened, right? Like acting, music. Like did you always know you maybe wanted to do everything or like was music like the first love specifically?
No, no, music has always not always, but pretty early
Yep.
been a thing for me. The acting, like my uncle is an actor
Okay.
also, and I always wanted to try this, but I never knew like how everything how it happens.
Mhm.
So it was a mutual friend that asked me if she was asking for my friend because she was looking in Facebook and was like, "Oh, the mutual friend is Inti. I'm gonna ask him to ask my my other friend." Yeah, and she was like, "Oh, can you? We're trying to get in contact with him." I was like, "Okay," and I just sent the information for him, and she was like, "Oh, don't you also want to come and cast?" So for me, it was just it wasn't supposed to happen, but it happened.
Oh, absolutely. No, it. I do you feel okay? So like you work on like a season two wraps, right? You're done, right? You know, you've played this character for a good amount of time, right? Do you feel like the acting complements the music and the music making complements the acting? Like, do you think it makes you a more well-rounded storyteller, Inti? Because
Yeah,
you
of
see
course.
more of it, right? You kind of you're creating, right? And you're like creating characters, you're creating beats, right? Like it's more different creations.
Of course, of course. Yeah, of course. Yeah, indeed, it's like that. But also, yeah, yeah. I can't argue with with
Yeah, I
that.
feel like
Yeah,
I answered the question for you.
yeah. No, no, no. Yeah, you asked for the question, but yeah, of course, it's complement each other.
Yeah.
Like also for me to have a platform now because of Young Royals and all the amazing fans that like are so giving so much love.
Mhm.
Uh, it gives me like a little bit more to like
Motivate, yeah, it like pumps you up. It's like yeah,
yeah,
let's make some more music.
yeah, of course, and music has always been my thing.
Yeah.
For me to be known as Ayub doesn't even bother me that if they relate me to an actor or to a musician.
Yeah.
I'm Inti, that's all.
You are Inti. But I want to ask you about your music more before we wrap up the interview. Before that, I just want to get back to Young Royal specifically and what we
Yeah, of
see a
course.
lot in season two with Ayub. Because I did talk about the fact that, you know, Simon is very lucky to have a friend like Ayub and it's great. And
Yeah,
obviously you have a lot of scenes with Omar because that's where it is. And I feel like it's so cool, like from an acting perspective, the fact that like you're on a show about like a school, like a boarding school, and like
yeah,
your character doesn't go to that school. Like I always thought that was interesting, right? Because like it's a whole different kind of world in terms of the discussions he has, and he might not be aware as much. Like he's hearing about things through Simon, right? Like he's not there at the school, you know what I mean? But what are those conversations like with Omar, knowing that you're gonna have that big like that friendship on screen and everything? Like I'm just curious about that.
no, we pretty clicked
Yeah,
pretty fast, and it was pretty natural.
yeah,
And also we have similar friends in the music industry also.
yeah.
So
Because he's
after that,
also in music as well. Yeah,
yeah. So yeah, it was pretty natural. Also with Beri,
yeah.
like it just clicked. We had fun from the first day, and it's been like we known each other for a longer time than we had.
Oh, absolutely. Music, any new music coming out? Are you working on some stuff? Like, what can we check out for your in terms of your music?
Yeah, so I'm gonna release a song tonight here in I don't know what the
Ooh.
time is over there, but
You're gonna release a song pretty soon.
no, tonight.
That's how
So
are
it's
you?
called,
It's a weird feeling, right? When you release a song, like it will never not be weird because it's like it's yours now.
yeah,
But then
exactly.
after tonight, it's not yours anymore. It's the world's, right? If you think about it.
That's crazy. That's super crazy. I didn't thought about that in that perspective, but yeah, it's super crazy. I'm super nervous because, or no, I'm not. I'm no, I'm more excited than nervous though. But it's gonna be fun,
And
and I
they can
hope to
check it
do.
out like wherever they listen to music, right? Like it's gonna drop on all the platforms.
Yeah,
Or
it's gonna be on every platform. You just search for Inti.
amazing.
I.
Indy,
And
thank you so much for joining me on Popternative. It was great chatting with you.
thank you to having me. It was so fun.
Yeah, so your Instagram is your name, right? Is it just Inti?
No, it's underscore Inti underscore.
Okay, and then I think if they go there, they can find like all your music and all your links as well, right?
Of course, of course.
And they could check it out. And no, absolutely. Well, this has been Popternative, youtube.com/Popternative for previous episodes. Till next time, this is Inti and PD Beats signing off.
Thank you for tuning in to Popternative. Make sure to check out our past episodes of Popternative on YouTube. Be sure to like Popternative on Facebook and follow us on Twitter.
This has been an Autograph Communications production.